Okay, I log in and it's storming. I pulled a cow out. It's supposed to. How come? Oh, come on. Oh, it was storming. Oh, please don't tell me it stopped. Oh, I've been waiting for a storm so I could turn a red cow into... Oh, and I killed him! Oh, I killed him. All right, well, I guess we'll start the episode. What are we going to do today? We're going to work on something over here. So let's do a quick intro. You see, I got this little path a little bit. I just got it started. It's not finished. Hey, everybody. Well, let's take the summer off. Help! A big old abominable snowman ate me and I'm stuck inside his mouth. This is my costume. Well, it's one of my costumes. It's not the one that I'm going to be wearing for a little costume contest. This is just for this episode. So that's what I am today for this Halloween episode. If you like today, don't forget to click that like button. Let me know. Maybe leave me a comment. So I want to do something a little bit different before I get started. Don't forget to check out the other AlphaCraft members. All of their links are in my description below. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with the build. Let's put on I'm going to put my armor on. And I downloaded some shader packs finally. And so maybe when this is done, I'll show it with some shaders. So here is the entrance down to my, my skeleton dungeon, which I still have to make it into basically something for XP as well as getting bones, because I need a lot of bone blocks for a lot of the builds in my area. Like that house up there used bone blocks, which Drama Smith graciously provided for me because she has got a skeleton bone farm as well. But I'm going to need a lot of bone blocks just for a lot of the different things that I've got planned in the area. So I need to get that going, but someone's going to help me. But, oh, scary sounds. Ooh. Perfect for this Halloween episode. Creepy. But let's go ahead and sleep the night away. So here we go. Basically, what I'm going to be building is the structure that is going to house this just my entrance down here, which my entrance isn't going to be just a stairway down. It's going to be something else, something fun. But this is my circle shape that I'm starting with. I've just outlined it with dirt because I'm going to be using, but these are the items that I have to start with. So, all right, we've got my ender chest over here. And there's a creeper. He's a creeping. Let's get rid of him so he don't come over here and surprise me. All right, so the first thing that we are going to do is build, this is going to be a stump. But first, I do have to get the height of my stump going. So I'm going to go, I basically want to start with at least 10 above this dirt block. So we're gonna go straight up 10 blocks all the way around this circle. All right, so now I've got these logs 10 tall. This actually isn't the full height of what the stump will be. I have to still build this out a little bit because the top, it's going to kind of flare out a little. It's not going to look exactly like that. Like that has some foliage that had started to grow. This is going to be a little more, I guess, dry looking, I guess you could say. All right, so the opening is going to be here. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. Since the opening's going to be here, I'm going to be adding logs right there. And this goes up right here. All right. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. And if I start from walking back here, yeah, see, that's going to be a really good height because it's going to go up maybe 3 to 4 more blocks, but not straight. It's going to kind of taper out a little. It's going to be it's going to look very, oh man, I don't know what kind of branchy, but kind of like sharp points sticking out of the log. It's like like this one has been maybe torn off, whereas that stump really more was like cut off, and then the branches started to regrow again, and then they built a house right there. This is going to be more like it was broken and splintered and torn off. All right, so now I want to show you how I build up around the base. It is a lot of random placing, but like I don't measure, like I don't count really out. Oh man, I can't explain it, but I can show you at least with the replay mod. You can kind of see me as I go around this stump and what I am doing. And you don't have to be, you just don't have to be exact. For now, I just want to show how I go around the outside and how I make it look like that, like it's growing out from the ground. It doesn't just go straight up and jut up. All right, so you just start in one of your corners. And you can count going up if you want, because that actually helps you know how the next layer is going to go. But basically, you'll count maybe to 7 or 8 high, and then you'll jump down, go to the next one, and maybe that one will be 6 high, and then you go down and out from there. So you can see how I'm doing this on the replay. So some of the log stacks that are nearer the circle are a little bit higher, some are lower, but as you go outward from the higher ones, they get lower each time. Okay, so I like how this is looking. So all the way around, I've got a nice good slope. Now the front here, I didn't do as much. I know what I'm going to be doing right here in this front. And I may need to come through here and add a little bit more. After a little while, I've got to work on what I'm doing here on the front. That's going to be a face. So it's going to be like a Halloween-y, scary, well, I mean, not super scary, but like he's an old ent tree, and he's stuck in stump mode, I guess. And he's just trying to warn everyone in the forest, like, beware, be careful when you enter this way. So I'm going to go ahead and start making the face first, because where the face is and the eyes and the eyebrows, that's going to kind of determine what I do here at the top. All right, so I know that my eyes need to be, this is the mouth right here. And so the eyes are going to be, there's 8, the 9th block up. So let me count here. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. So right here. So I pop this one out and this one out. And then there's 3 spaces in between the eyes, like that. All right, let's see. Can I jump over here? Get right there. See. Yay. Okay. Oh, did clear lag just take my logs? Clear lag. Oh no. Got those. Okay. Whoops. And I told them, oh no, here they went. Okay. All right. So that's where the eyes are going to be. And I'm going to be using some glowstone behind those eyes somehow or another. I'm gonna hide it. I think I want to hide it behind some leaves. I'm not sure how it's going to look. Like that. And we've got, there we go. All right. So that is like the mouth. And you know what? Just for consistency's sake, we'll do that. There we go. So let's take a step back. Yeah, I like that. It's not all finished. So I think once we add in all of the rest of the details, I think it's gonna make more sense. When we come in here, when I transform the inside, which I don't know if I'm going to have time in this episode to actually do, but I'm going to be using a black block back here so that from a distance, it just looks like, you know, it's really dark in there, but it'll be fully lit up. But yeah, all right. So now let's work on, I want to get the face in. So I really want to get the nose in, which we're just going to use plain logs. Now, I actually had 2 ways of doing the nose on this. And I asked the people in my Discord group, I asked for their opinions. I had made the nose just with the logs coming out, but then I also added some stairs, and I wasn't sure which way looked the best. And so I asked them for their opinions for this build, and it was unanimous. They all thought that it should be just plain logs for the nose. because it made the rest of the face stand out. So that is what we're going to do. There we go. All right. Yes, I like the shape of that nose. Now, from here though, in here, back here, from this angle, I'm down 2 blocks. So the angle looks a little bit different than it did when I made this in my creative world. I was normally, when I stepped back, I kind of saw a little bit better. Yeah, and when we get the glowing behind the eyes, they'll really stand out. All right, so there is the nose. Let's go ahead and get the eyebrows added in. Then the face will be a little more defined, and I think we'll really be able to see the face. And then we can work on the top and make these little sharp-edged branches sticking out. Not really branches, more like splinters from this log that has just, it's been torn off and just jagged edges. So it's gonna look like he's just in a really bad mood because, he's been split to pieces, sort of. Yeah, that's going to be the eyebrow. So it kind of goes up a little and over there to the side. And let's do that over here on this side as well. Oh yeah, there we go. Now you can kind of see how the eyebrows shape. All right, I'm liking this. Okay. Now we're going to work on the top here. And basically it's going to be a lot of random outward placing at different lengths, just like the lower, except a little bit on the upper edge. Now, the difference is going to be I've got more gentler slopes coming down here for the outer edges. For the lower edges around here, I'm going to add just a little bit of something there. But they're going to be a little more jagged and skinny, kind of going up from the head. But we do want a little bit because see how, we've got this slope going out. So we want when it gets to the top of the head, it's going to slope out just a little bit as well. But you know what we need? I'm going to get a stack of dirt, I think. Or, you know what? Not dirt. Let's use leaves because leaves are somewhat expendable. I'm going to need the rest of my wood here. All right, so this is good. So now we're going to start to do the flare out. Now this, in creative mode, when I was testing this out and how I wanted to do this, of course, it's a lot easier because you can just fly. In survival, a little bit different. But what I'm going to do is you can either place dirt, or in this case, I'm using leaves just because they're expendable. Once I crush them, they can be gone. And I've got a lot of these leaves. So what I'm going to do is we go out just a little bit, like either by 1 or 2. All right, let's get going. And I'll show you a little bit of replay as I go all the way around here and add a little bit of the flare out of the branches. All right, so as you can see, so I've got the jagged edges sticking up. Now what we have to do is from the top here, build downward just a little bit, kind of how I built outward here, but now I need to build downward from some of those. All right, so I start by pulling, so this one I'm going to pull down a little bit. And I'm going to look at the lower part of this stump, and I see how I've got some of the knots coming up this way. So this one's going to go down a little bit. And then, oh, can I reach it? Come on. Here we go. So I'll pull this down a little bit. And I can't reach. Add. All right. But this one I won't pull down near as much. So now it looks like they just kind of go together. Yeah, so you can see now how I've placed it so that it makes sense. So we've got some knots coming up here. these ones go here, and it looks random, but we've made it look that way. So we've added let's get rid of that leaf. Yeah, I like that. So we're gonna add a little bit. I'm gonna do this all the way around. Just add a few more blocks, make them look staggered, and we'll be back. Yeah, I'm really liking this. All right, so now I just have to do, I have to add a little bit of detail. So on some of these random spikes, not spikes, I don't know what these transitions all around the side and on the top, I'm going to be using some stairs and some slabs. And I'm just going to alternate kind of the direction and which way they go from the top and on the lower. And this is just going to add a little bit of variance, a little bit of depth all the way around the entire tree. I'm liking this so far. All right, so you've seen that I've added the stairs and the slabs and even some fences all around the base there. And I add them on the top. All right, I am finished. And look at that. Now in my resource pack, those cobwebs really just stand out. But I'm going to turn on a shader pack just to see how this looks. Okay, night's almost gone. I may have to wait till the next night. But before I turn on the shaders, let's just take a look. So I decided to decorate the outside as you walk up. I don't know, it just looks Halloween-y. It's country. And I may leave these up even after Halloween. I may just leave them because I think it adds to the mysteriousness of this face in a stump. I still haven't figured out what exactly I'm going to do in here. But you know, I covered that a little bit with some of the logs. Above, I've got some fences and leaves, and it's all lit up there. So there shouldn't be anything spawning up there, and nothing can get down in here. Everything should be well lit. Now, I still don't know yet. This big black box, you know, I don't know. I'll do something. I'll probably hide this somehow, but I think that it needs to stay kind of black right behind this mouth, just so that you can, you know, when you look through the mouth, it's just really dark. This is looking pretty good. These cobwebs are really, really bright though. It must be my texture pack. If those were just a tad bit softer, I think that they would look a little more realistic. But yeah, I've got hay-bales, fences. I've added some ladders, barrels, the jack-o'-lanterns, a melon, some lanterns. Lots of little things here that I just really, really like. And these shaders, I think this shader looks pretty good. Let's back up just a little bit again. Yeah, and you can kind of see the glow from the glowstone. I've put spruce leaves in front of that glowstone so that you can kind of see the lighting through it, but it's not just like a glaring glowstone. So you can still see it, and it looks really creepy, kind of. So there it is. Oh, yay, and the rain stopped. Look. Oh, I love it. And how the vines, you can see my shadow now. Oh, the shadows make it creepy too. Okay, now we have to go and check this out. Oh, look at the shadows from the maze. All right, you guys, I'm like a kid in a candy store and I got a new piece of candy or something. I've never tried shaders before. And so this is like all new to me right now as I'm recording this. So we're going to end the episode here before it gets day because this looks so ominous. This looks so cool. So that's it. This is my completed build for this episode. Let's turn that off. I love it. My entrance to my skeleton XP farm. That looks, I really like how that looks. Let's turn around. So if you enjoyed today, please do let me know. Hit that like button. Maybe leave me a comment. Go check out all of the other alphas. All of their links are in my description below. I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye, guys. I will see you the next time.